Welcome back, ladies. What we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna break down what does working smart means to me and what does working hard means to me as well. Okay, so you've heard many times you gotta work hard, work smart. So working smart to me means that you observe, and especially because you're a woman, guess what you're really good at and your super talent is and superpower is to naturally observe the situation. Observe how your PCs are behaving, what they're saying, their body language, is it incongruent to what they're saying, and how they interact with their loved ones or their partner, whoever's in front of them with you during the sales presentation. So basically what you're doing, because you are a gatherer, not a hunter, you're a gatherer, you gather information, you collect it. That to me is working smart. Instead of pouncing on them and going and start your pitch without even knowing who they are, what they stand for, what their values are, and that is working smart. Another way of working smart to me is to prep. Like, how much are you prepping before you go into your sales presentation? Are you doing a grounding exercise? Are you meditating? Are you writing in your gratitude list? What is it that you're doing to prep yourself? Did you eat a healthy breakfast, or did you eat a stack of pancake and some bacon and sausage where right now your stomach and your brain is busy digesting it, so you're not on top of your game? Right? So how are you preparing yourself before that sales presentation? Are you Googling your potential client's name or company, whoever it is that you're seeing? If you can Google them ahead of time, have you done that? Have you researched their company? What type of homework and what type of due diligence, so to speak, have you done before going into the office and starting your sales presentation? Another, what I would consider a method of working smart is, are you taking care of yourself? Are you nurturing yourself? Every day when I used to work in Hawaii in my Waikiki office, I was so blessed to drive home. On my way home was some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And I always had my bathing suit with me, and I always change, and I would just jump in, rain or shine. Yes, it does rain in Hawaii, and most of the time it rains, but it's warm rain, so we're lucky. And so we jump in the water and just take care of myself, nurture myself, and I would imagine myself just, when I'm soaking, just imagine myself just all negative energy that got stuck on me, just like dissipating in the beautiful salt water of the beaches in Waikiki, right? And I would take some time off to also and go to the beach with my dog Bella and my daughter Helena. I would do a lot of things to nurture myself. Even now that I don't live in Hawaii anymore, I would take bath in my bathtub. I would take a bath probably 3 times a week. And now that we moved to Encinitas, which is a beach town in San Diego, I get to jump back in the water. It's definitely colder than Hawaii, so I need a jumpsuit. So that's what I'm going to start doing as well. So those are the kind of nurturing things that I do. Why? Because it's working smart. It may seem like I'm not working, which is true. I don't want to work when I'm nurturing myself, but I am taking care of me, because what's constant in the sales presentation or when I'm going out to earn income as a sales professional entrepreneur, there's me in the picture. So I gotta take care of me and make sure that I'm the best space and time and mindset to be able to give and to listen and to share and to enroll my potential clients. Now, working hard. I like changing working hard to building sweat equity. Because to me, working hard means that I imagine like you're out in the sun and you're like digging a huge hole and you're just sweating and the sun is beaming on you and you're getting crackly skin and sunburn and you're like thirsty for water and you're just really uncomfortable, but you're working hard. To me, it's building sweat equity, meaning that you're building towards something, and yes, you're cracking a sweat here and there because you're being consistent and you're focused, but then there's the equity part, which means that you're building towards something that is going to eventually get to cash in your sweat equity. And sweat equity in 3 different ways to me means, for example, also studying. Like you are right now, you're watching this video, that's part of building your sweat equity. It's an investment that you're making. Yes, you're not literally sweating, but you're using and investing your time, effort, and energy in listening to me or watching me right now. Right? So that's smart on your part, and us also, that's working into your sweat equity. So you're adding to that. by watching this video. Another part in that studying, so whether it's reading a book or listening to a podcast, just adding more knowledge and awareness to your what I call my brain files in the back of my mind, so that I could just be on top of my game and just get as much knowledge as I can from people that have been to where I want to be. Usually is what I like to do, is I like to model those that are at the level I want to be, right? And then study from them, because obviously they got there somehow. And so that's how I'm building my sweat equity. Another way of building sweat equity is when I'm reaching out to potential clients. I don't give up. When I used to sell vacation ownership from Wyndham, we had presentations, or we call them tours, and they would come in, and most of the time you would get one or two, but I would stick around and I would be the last one to leave the office, because sometimes we would have last minute stragglers that would come and go, yes, I'll go to a presentation for $100, and guess what? Most of the time there were no other sales representative, because everyone went home except yours truly. So I end up sometimes with 3 tours, which meant 3 opportunities, and that's how I would double down a deal, meaning I would get 2 deals in one day, because the more people I saw, the more opportunity I got to meet the right potential clients where they would want to purchase my item on my vacation ownership, and I would enroll them, right? So that's how I double down. I believe in one day I triple down as well, and that's taking the opportunity, but that's all building sweat equity. I was willing to work not so much harder, but longer, meaning being more available to be there when the opportunity came. Another type of sweat equity, I would say, is, are you being fully present? Okay, so let's say you're in a sales presentation, or you're meeting a potential client, meeting a potential maybe collaborator that's going to work with you in your business, right? Are you fully present with them? Are you, what I mean, when they're talking to you, are you listening? Are you listening not just with your eyes, your ears, but your beingness, your energy, and you're still? You're not thinking about in the back of your mind, oh gosh, do I need to pick up some avocados today? In fact, I actually do need to pick up some avocados. But let's say that's, you're not letting those thoughts go through your mind. Yes, there's only so much you can control, but your intention is there. And when you're coming from a place of having the intention to be present with them, and then your heart is open to them, you'll notice that the the shiny objects or the squirrels are not going bypassing through your mind. You're being more present and still, and that's part of the sweat equity. Notice that the 3 examples I gave you, it's not about working so hard to you have no nails left, or you're just bone tired. It's not meant for you to, you're not meant to work yourself into where you're just not happy, you're exhausted, and you're burned out, because that's eventually what it's going to lead to if you do it that way. But instead, build sweat equity in those 3 ways that I mentioned, where you are, it doesn't take much realistically. It's just focus. If you notice, right, where are you going to put your time and your energy? You focus on the places where it matters most. And it usually matters when you focus on yourself, making sure that you are at your best, right? And then also focus on your potential clients, where you make sure that it's a win-win exchange, where you're equally as focused on their best as well. So that's my take on what working smart and building sweat equity looks like. Make sure if you have liked this video, liked all my other videos, please subscribe to this channel, because guess what? You'll get notification when I upload my next video, and they're always nice and juicy and information that you usually won't find in sales training, because most of the sales training is usually catered to men, and we women are becoming more involved with our business, where we realize that we need to sell, or we're growing into the sales field, which is dominated right now by male. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a change, and there's a need for sales training that connects with what it's like to be a woman and what it's like to be feminine, because at the end of the day, we don't want to crush or kill the competition, right? We don't want to become hardcore closer. We want to use our inner power. We want to use the law of attraction. We want to amplify who we already are as a woman, because we are enough. So please, again, subscribe to this channel, and if you want to DM me some questions or comments, you could do that at the Aline Bender on Instagram. Until next time, mahalo.